What's up everyone, Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye here, and yes, it's a rumor, but it's a pretty good rumor, and it's just something to talk about in the future of cameras. But we know Sony's been doing a lot of things. They pretty much release cameras every 14 seconds, almost bi-monthly, if not monthly at this point, all depending on the range. But it looks like they're going to do something that's pretty unique. Let's just talk about it, let's discuss it, and have some debates down below in the comments. There's pretty much going to only be one big thing with this camera that's apparently rumored, and it's going to start the new Sony A9, whatever they're going to call it, line of cameras. It's going to be a DSLR-like camera. They already have some in that market. I think like the A55, 77, those kind of already looking cameras. They're obviously mirrorless. But the one big thing is that they're going to look more like flagship cameras, like the Nikon D5, they're saying, etc. Is that going to be true? Once again, we don't fully know. But it started with Sony Alpha Rumors, Petapixel picked up on it, so it's really getting a lot of traction as Photokina is kind of coming around in the next couple months and everything. This is where the big things come out. And why this is a big deal is because they essentially got from the same exact source that when the Sony RX1R Mark II was the specs were announced months before it came to fruition. So they're really banking heavily, as you see, that this is correct. And you know what? It most likely will be. There's not much past a couple of the things that they have here, but it's pretty exciting to think about the future of photography and what it can get you, especially in the mirrorless side of things. So everything aside, so the A9 is apparently going to have a dual XQD card slot. So they're not going to use the CFast cards, which is a lot of the movement right now, which is interesting because like the Nikon D5, Sony already implemented that in like the Nikon D5. There's already two options, but in the D4, the D4S, they gave you a slot for an XQD card, and no one knew what the hell this was really going to be for. But it's going to be great for 4K video and something that processes heavily, and you can get both CF and the XQD of the Nikon D5, but that's not the point. So they're saying that this is going to have a dual XQD card slot, so they're actually going to start really utilizing their own technology, which is amazing for that. The other big thing is that it's going to have unlimited raw burst. Now, mirrorless, you typically do get faster frames a second. The focusing usually isn't the best compared to using a DSLR, which is a little more reliable, especially when you have a subject coming to and from the camera, not moving just on the same plane, something with a little bit more movement. So, but you do get usually more frames per second with mirrorless cameras. Sony has a little bit more, but the unlimited raw burst is definitely going to be an interesting feature. It will not pause when it's buffering. So you can do whatever you want. Is it a bit overkill? Most likely. But if you need something like that for sports and something, this is going to process pretty fast. So I don't know. It's just an interesting point to talk about. Do you think unlimited raw burst is a big issue? Because now there are a ton of blog articles, video, people reacting like I am that are really going crazy over raw burst. I think it's cool. I think it's a bit overkill. Nothing that I need to do with that. I don't really need anything over like if 8 frames per second, if not 5. I don't go crazy. I don't need to. So, do you see that this is going to be a big thing? Is this a big deal to you, even regardless if it's just Sony? If this is something in your Nikon, Pentax, Sony, Nikon, Canon line of cameras, is this something that you really would need and that you would pay a premium for? Let me know down in the comments below. Just wanted to bring this up. This is extremely hot right now. Maybe this is something you haven't heard of, so let's just talk about it. Let me know down in the comments below. Give us a quick thumbs up, and let's have some more discussion about this, because this is saying that it will probably be announced around August. So, I don't know. We'll see. Yes, it's a rumor, but let's talk about it. Let's have some fun. Is unlimited raw burst really a big deal in 2016? Let me know down below.